Five-star cornerback Jason Marshall Jr. was expected to make an announcement this past weekend and commit to the Miami Hurricanes. However, it never happened. Is it possible that he changed his mind? Did a team make a late push that caused him to question his decision? Let's talk.
Coach Coop, Coach Coop, Coach Coop, the Coach Coop Show. Coach Coop, Coach Coop, Coach Coop, the Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show.
What's going on, Canes fans? Before we dive into the meat of this video, I want you to double check and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. We have been growing so much lately, and I love to see it grow in this college football family here on YouTube. I'm going to try to push for 13,000 subscribers by the time the 2020 season kicks off. We grew about 200 subs last week, and we need like 400 more to push 13K. I know we can do it. Tell your grandma, tell your cat, tell your neighbor. I appreciate the love and the help to push us to the 13,000 subs. And also make sure that you watch this video till the very end for my prediction for Jason Marshall Jr. And I want you to leave yours down in the comment section as well. Canes fans that follow Recruiting spent most of their weekend refreshing social media sites, double checking sports news sites for any news that Jason Marshall Jr. announced his commitment to the Miami Hurricanes. And Miami fans really lost it on Saturday when Manny Diaz tweeted out one of his cryptic tweets, like he always does, of a planet basically exploding. Did this mean that there was some big commitment that came through on Saturday afternoon? Many Canes fans believed the answer to that question was yes, and that it was Jason Marshall Jr. And just to clarify, if you don't follow Manny Diaz on Twitter, typically when he sends out these cryptic tweets, some big news follows shortly after. But the weekend has now passed by and we heard nothing. Not a peep. Even the crystal ball predictions on 24/7 Sports from the lead experts all point to the Miami Hurricanes. Now, I'm not going to dive deep into the details for Marshall in this video. If you're watching it, you're probably very familiar with him and you understand and know that he has some offers from some big-time schools. Right now, though, it's pretty apparent that Miami is on fire when it comes to recruiting. They've currently picked up 2 of the 5 Palmetto 5 and are looking to maybe get 4 of the 5 and quite possibly maybe even all 5 of the Palmetto 5. This is something that many thought not possible after the 6-7 season from the Miami Hurricanes, but things are looking up. So let's talk about a few things that could have potentially prevented the announcement from Jason Marshall Jr. this past weekend. Should Miami Hurricanes fans be in full panic mode? Number one, maybe everybody was wrong. As far as I know, he's never said or set a specific date for his announcement. It was kind of just rumored and thought that this past weekend was when everything was going to go down. And Manny's tweet definitely escalated the situation just a bit. Canes fans really got riled up after that. Number two, it's also possible that he wanted to surprise everyone. Maybe he wanted this to be his viral moment, and don't underestimate how much that means to some of these guys in today's times. Several articles were posted over the weekend from big sports sites that were saying, Canes fans, it's a lock. Marshall Jr. is committing to the Miami Hurricanes. Announcement coming later today or tomorrow. And maybe that just kind of caused him to back off for now. And before you jump down in the comment section and start typing up, yeah, right, Coop, that just sounds stupid. Bro, you are so out of touch with today's times. It's 2020. And lastly, the one that Canes fans probably really don't want to hear, but you know is potentially coming in this video, is maybe he's not settled on Miami yet. It is rumored that Alabama is starting to push for Marshall again and maybe, possibly even reach out to him quite recently. Listen, Canes fans, I'm just a messenger. Don't come at me in the comment section. Between Alabama, Miami, and Florida, Alabama currently has the least amount of cornerbacks committed in their 2021 class. It is possible that they contacted him and gave him something to think about. And Maybe he feels like he needs to sit down and consult with friends and family a little more and just ensure that he is making the best decision for him. I mean, after all, this is kind of sort of potentially setting up his entire future. So yes, it's a big decision. So the time has come. My prediction for Jason Marshall Jr. Does he commit to the Miami Hurricanes? Well, let's see. He's visited Miami more than any other schools during his recruitment. He's from Miami, Florida. That's his hometown. 2 of his fellow teammates have already committed to the U, and that's just so far. I'm going to be straight up with you. I did not think that we were going to get this guy. But after giving it a little more thought, yes, I do think that the Miami Hurricanes get a commitment from Jason Marshall Jr. This make the crib great thing seems to really be catching on. Put on for your city. A lot of these kids in South Florida are coming out and they're saying, yes, we're putting South Florida back on the map. We are the best talent in the country. And guess what? We're staying home. So that's my prediction. Jason Marshall Jr. does commit to the Miami Hurricanes. I'm not going to lie, I went back and forth a lot on this one. And before you hop down in the comment section, and I know Alabama fans, Florida fans, especially Florida fans, after I did that salty video, are foaming at the mouth right now. Their fingers are just twitching. They're going crazy. They've already written the comment and probably even posted it. But if you haven't, they're in the process. Trust me, they've written a couple of paragraphs. Coop, you guys are just going to lose him after you lose some games. Coop, even if he announces a commitment to Miami, it doesn't mean he's signed. Cool. Listen, tell me something I don't already know. I understand that we have to win football games in 2020 to keep these recruits. I know that a guy announcing a commitment to a school doesn't mean that he's signing. Now, I mean, if you wanna argue it, just never mind. Go ahead and put it down there. Go ahead, because the saltiness from Florida fans, from FSU fans is real right now, because the Miami Hurricanes are tearing it up on the recruiting trail. But yes, I do understand that doesn't mean they're signing. I do know that we have to win football games. Honestly, for a lot of Miami fans, it's a huge win to see Miami doing so well recruiting after a 6-7 season. We know that we had a terrible 2019 and we want it to just disappear and pretend like it never happened. But luckily for us, we do feel like that it got rid of a terrible OC. We feel like that it's put us in a better position to win games in 2020. And we've got to have a big year and we've got to bounce back so we can hang on to these big time recruits. And we're getting to a point, in my opinion, that our history doesn't mean as much as it used to. It doesn't carry as much weight. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's because a lot of these kids that we're recruiting were not even born the last time the Miami Hurricanes won a national championship. And some of you are going to say, Coop, don't say that. Like, why are you talking like that? It's just facts. It's the truth. It's the reality of the situation. So again, don't forget about your history, right? We have a deep, rich history at the University of Miami. But you also have to remember that a lot of these kids grew up watching the same teams win these national championships. Alabama, Clemson, some of these other big schools, and we're not in that list. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. No matter which fan you're a team of, let me know if you think he's going to commit to your school. Let me know if you think he's going to commit to the Miami Hurricanes. Just be honest, be real, because I'm telling you right now, this is your opportunity to make a statement and later down the road say, I told you so. You might be watching this video after he committed and you're like, Coop, I told you he was going to be a Gator. I told you he was going to be an Alabama Crimson Elephant Tide. What did Alabama? He's going to be an Alabama. He's going to be a Bama. He's going to go to Alabama. I don't know. Listen, just let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Feel free to roast me if I'm wrong on this. I've been wrong before. I'm going to be wrong in the future. But my gut tells me that I think that he's going to commit to Miami. And listen, guys, this isn't me telling you just what you want to hear, what makes Miami Hurricanes fans happy, what pumps them up. I'm trying to be more real in the 2020 season. And obviously that should be very apparent to you because I've even made some videos over the past few months talking about potentially how Miami might not be successful in 2020. Some negative things. It's not all unicorns and rainbows. We have a lot of work to do, and a lot of things have to fall in place for us. So, hey, listen, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.